What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our Let's Play here on the Bedrock edition. Now, I did start recording in what was a very happy mood because England has just won their very first penalty shootout in a World Cup knockout phase. So this is only about an hour or so after the game, and I felt like recording, hopping on, getting an episode out because I've already recorded part of this episode a couple of days ago, which I've still yet to put into a video, so that'll be appearing in today's video. Now, I was working on something over here in the Villager Cathedral, up in one of the bell towers, and I'll show you what I was working on in just a second. But I came down and I found this. Yep, I don't know where the original zombie is that chose to transform every single one of our villager traders. And I don't know where he must have spawned or where he's gone to. He did manage to get the one that we've sent to die though. Well, great. I'm looking around for him and I cannot find him for the life of me. I have noticed that one of our villagers have already despawned. So for the next probably 15-20 minutes or so, I'm just going to see how many villagers I can cure. I'm only going to go for the librarians, but it does mean that all of the trades that they did have, so our mending book guides and all of these signs that I went around and put up, were just now absolutely pointless. But what I'm actually thinking of doing, because I need to do all the decorating of this place, that I may just kill them all off, put all the minecarts back into the system and start again from scratch. Just do a few AFK sessions over at our villager spawner and then just rebreed all of these guys up, because each golden apple takes, I think, 8 gold ingots, and I've not got a very easy way of getting gold at the moment. But we've I don't know what this horse is doing. He's jumped in a minecart that was waiting for a villager, and I'm fairly sure if we send him off this way, he's going to take suffocation damage, and if I send him off that way, he's going to end up in lava. And can we... Nope, I can jump off of him and clearly get stuck. Well, this beginning of the episode is going freaking fantastic. There we go. Ow. Oh, really? See? I must have used around about 30 or 40 ender petals just building what I've just finished building, and that is the first endermite that's come out. Oh my god. Okay, so can we and there goes the horse into our selection panel. Can you get out of this oh, sorry, I can't really do much here, mate. You're just not helping at all. I'm trying to hit the minecart. And dead horse. Well, as you can see, the good luck run of England managing to win a penalty shootout isn't crossing over into my Minecraft world at all. But nevertheless, today's project that we are actually going to be cracking on with, or that I've actually done, is I've recorded me building it, but I've not recorded the intro, which this was meant to be, because I just hadn't gotten round to it. But I'll quickly show you what I did go ahead and I was just messing around with. I got a little bit bored around here, and we've got another horse up here. This one's just a wild one, I think, and he's just happy chilling in there. So let me go up to here. I know it doesn't look very nice because we've got a whole bunch of dirt now just sitting in the ceiling, but I did go ahead and I built a light activated bell for our bell tower. Now I'm thinking if I add one in the other bell tower, you can just about hear it right down in the villager hall, which is extremely good. I was working on this when obviously all them villagers got changed, which is slightly annoying, but this is the bell. There you go. It's a very basic one. I've just followed the sort of tutorial. It's actually Big Ben's bell from London, and it's actually 16 note blocks that it's meant to be. I've just halved it and just gone for, because there's no way I was going to fit the entire 16 block one in here. But what I am thinking of doing is putting the 16 block one down in our actual man cave so that we can hear when it becomes daytime when we are down there. So let's just hop down here. That is a proper Evel Knievel horse. It's just like playing with death there. He's gone from the water and hopped over to that section there. I have no idea what his plans are, but I can't see it ending well. Now, I've been looking around here, and for the life of me, I can't see where a zombie would spawn, unless... Because this... No, because you've got torches right here, and I don't think they can spawn on pressure plates, can they? Yes, I'm a little bit puzzled as to where... Because I have spammed this area ridiculously with torches, as you can see. 2 mines, what should I do? Should I kill them all off and start again from scratch after we've actually done the renovations? Because that's what I actually want to move on to. Would actually be a lot easier doing the renovations without the villagers here. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go off and just kill wood. Ouch, really? I'm just going to go through and kill all of these guys, collect all the minecarts, and what I'm going to do for you guys, rather than you having to sit here watching me do all of this and collecting everything, is I'm going to show you the time lapse of the it's an enderpearl farm that I ended up building, and it's quite a simplistic one, so I'm not going to waste too much of our time on it today. It's a pretty big project, but I thought I'd just record the time lapse beforehand, and I was hoping the beginning of this episode went a little bit better than this, because I actually want to start the renovations on the cathedral building. But here, nevertheless, is the time lapse of the enderpearl farm. I'll head over there and I'll meet you over there after the time lapse is finished to run you through exactly how it all works. So yeah, see you back shortly. Okay guys, now we're over here in the end, as you can hear from the teleportation sound, which is very loud in my ears. As you saw from the time lapse, what we've done is that we've built a very basic tunnel going 128 blocks out. If you... Really? Did I just place that block while getting in the boat? Okay. If you saw during the time lapse, I actually died, I think it was 5 or 6 times while building this bridge alone. It got to a point where the Endermen were just all over me all the time. For some reason you get the sound of me running. Uh-oh. This is not good. The plan. How do we get out? I'm really worried about enderpearling out. Okay. Well, that worked. Okay, so clearly need to think out a kink about getting in and out of the boat down this end. But it's just as quick just to run it, as you can see. You use probably a little bit of hunger. But, yeah, I think we could just run this. There we go. Now, the way this works is that each platform is 18 blocks apart from each other. So Endermen can teleport downwards, but they can't teleport back upwards. Because I'm 128 blocks away from the mainland, none of the mob cap over there is counted to this section here. So I can have, I believe it's 16 surface spawns and 18 cave spawns. So it's a total of something like 32 or 36 endermen at this section in this one chunk spawning at any one point. Now, after AFKing in this area only for a few hours, I've managed to get quite a few ender pearls. Because they do take quite a while to die, that sound you're hearing is them constantly teleporting. And it gets quite annoying after a while. I usually have my sound off while I'm over here. But whilst I am over here, I'll just do that. Now, for the collection system, we've got a basic hopper minecart running underneath the magma blocks. There's nowhere for the enderman to teleport to other than the magma blocks. Now, occasionally you will get one walking on top of this bit of glass just up there, which I actually need to extend upwards just to prevent them from doing that. But that means me having to get on top of this thing and swim all the way over there and actually have the glass on me to replace. But while I'm over here, I'm going to fill our brand new lime green shulker chest with a bunch of ender pearls so that we have them at hand for as and when we need them. Now, I'm clearly going to, well, you clearly saw what this video's main project is, and that's this ender pearl farm. Now, I'm stating that is an ender pearl farm because this is in no way an XP grinder. This is purely to get ender pearl farm. Well, ender pearl farms? Nope. This farm is purely to get ender pearls, and that is its only reason of being. How many free slots have we got? Got 2 more. So if we grab a 1, a 2, and then 1 stack for me, like so. Oh, this is really dangerous as well. I knocked off one of my shulker chests off the edge that had a load of my magma blocks in. The thing is that because the hitboxes of glass panes is now taking up a full block, for some unknown crazy reason, you can't mine it from this angle because you'll just end up breaking the glass pane behind you. So I was having to get the box from this angle and it was flying off the edge there. So if we just do that and hopefully, there we go, we can grab it. I managed to lose one of my shulker chests that was like nearly a half a shulker chest full of magma blocks, which I was very disappointed to lose. But as you can see from the time lapse, the style and build of this is very basic, very straightforward, and very, very simple. It's extremely effective at getting ender pearls if you need them. In no means is this going to be my final sort of enderman farm. This is just a farm for me to get ender pearls because I really missed being able to just teleport about, and working in the man cave, it's a lot easier to get around using the ender pearls, especially considering that, oh my god, can I steer? Considering that we can, there we go, we need to make sure that the boat's not on the obsidian before we go. Yeah, considering that we've expanded the man cave downwards, it's a lot easier to hop back and forth and about with ender pearls. Now, yeah, so as you can see, it's, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different spawning pads that they can spawn on, and they'll just sort of gradually, as soon as they take damage off one, they'll look for somewhere to teleport to, and if they don't teleport somewhere on the same pad, they'll automatically teleport downwards, because they can't teleport higher than 16 blocks upwards. So it's 18 blocks, 17 blocks in between each platform, so it's every 18th block down, because the Endermen are free tools, so their 16 teleportation limit is calculated according to their middle height, which would be 2, which is how comes you have the extra block on top of the 16. If I've explained that any more complicated as I possibly could. But the water was a major pain. I actually ended up having to put glass panes along the top edge to stop the water from going downwards. As you saw in the time lapse, the water is initially going downwards, but when I got down there finishing the water, I was only getting like 15, maybe 20 frames per second because of the water running all the way down to the sort of world end and not knowing what to do, and then trying to fix it so it wasn't flowing everywhere. It was a bit of a major hassle to deal with. But that put aside, that's just one quick project that we've sort of got out of the way, and it didn't take me too long to build. I think the total recording time of the tunnel and all the platforms and everything was, I think it was 3 hours in total recording time, and the majority of that was the actual tunnel fixing the water. The platforms themselves took me, I think it was 35 minutes to do all the platforms. I did die once placing the railway tracks, as you probably saw, because as soon as I put that platform down there, me and my recording account was the only ones on, and we're both over there, so all of the spawns were over there. And yeah, it just ended up being an absolute nightmare. But that now all done and dusted, I'm quite happy with that being just a separate like side project, Enderman farm or Enderpell farm. Let's get out of that. Let's see where we end up. Oh, we're back over here. Where? Oh yeah, as you can see, I got rid of all of the zombie villagers, picked up all the minecarts, put them back into the system. We've already got one white coat who's ready to be picked up, but I actually want to get to decorating this. I'm definitely not going to finish it in today's, because I think today's episode's already sort of dragging on. I think we're hitting about the 15-16 minute mark. And there's a couple of things that I did want to show you down in the man cave. Now, the room over here, I've done completely out of the prismarine, and I sort of decorated it with prismarine and completely glass floor covering the entire aquarium below. Now, as you can't see, it is quite blurry, which is really annoying. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up a different texture pack. So let's do that quickly. And there we go. Now, just tell me, how much more epic does this look from this angle with this glass? Now, this is the city skin texture pack that I'm using. Because I'm playing primarily on the console, I can't implement my own sort of texture pack. I think you can on the beta version on the PC, that you can use your own sort of like custom texture pack, but I really wish that I can take the glass from the city texture pack and actually just have that one block change, because as you can see, I think the stone in this texture pack is disgusting. The chests I don't really like. The trapdoors are fans. The glowstone is halogen bulb lights for like offices. The storage box thing looks pretty cool. I'll give it that. But everything looks a little bit plasticky, which I really don't like, which is how comes I don't play in this texture pack. But I got it mainly because I think it looks so much better. The glass, I don't know why Minecraft's vanilla glass isn't this clear. Like, look how good this looks from down there. You can see all the fishes very clearly. You can see all the coral reef, all the seagrass swaying, all the tropical fish swimming about. We have lost quite a few fish. Like every now and again I'll come past and I'll see like a piece of fish or a bone floating. And so I'm definitely going to have to restock this every now and again. For the walls, I did take out the glass that was backing directly onto the sand, and I just replaced it with the prismarine and dark prismarine as a border. And then I've extended it going downwards into the new section of the man cave. Now let's quickly switch back to our old texture pack, and we're back. So as you can see from the seamless transitions, if we hop back, actually we can't actually hop back up that way because I need to actually put stairs in. But like I was saying with the prismarine, I sort of just blocked it off. I did try a different couple of things. I tried terracotta, I tried glazed terracotta, I tried coloured glass, and nothing really went well with the prismarine, especially with it being like a sidewall, and I thought that I might as well just block it off with a prismarine wall, considering the majority of this build is prismarine. Now, as you can see, the difference between that clear glass to this glass, like, it still does look nice if you're looking at it from this angle, but it only looks fairly decent if you get right up to the glass looking between the streaks. And that really, really annoys me, because it sort of ruins the whole aquatic update if you can't see through glass to see the actual aquatic stuff. Yeah, but down here I cleared out a massive area. All of this was sort of blocked up and it all branches into cave systems as I showed you before. cleared it out, started laying our patented grass for our man cave to extend downwards. And we've actually got a cool little room that sort of branches off down here into one of the circular sort of caves. So I'm going to smooth all of this off, replace all the diorite and the granite, probably patch up the holes, and we'll probably utilize this room for like a bedroom and like arm. Actually, I'm thinking that if we sort of come down here, we could sort of make a probably a secret little doorway coming down here, and then this can be like an Iron Man armor room. So you'll have like armor stands with lights sort of shining up or down on them. And then we could probably hit a button to switch between them, or have a dispenser system to actually equip ourselves with armor in case we die and lose ours. I think that would look pretty cool actually if you come in here and decorate it accordingly. But yeah, that's something for the future. I'm sort of veering off now, because now we've got so much more room to expand off in different directions and so many different plans and stuff that I actually want to do and get done. It's unreal. But yeah, there's one little pet peeve with me regarding the glasses. Like, if you pay for the texture pack, they should make it words, please, come on. They should make a way so that you can pick and choose which blocks you like from the texture packs you've paid to use. For you to pick like which ones you actually want to use in your world, because vanilla again with the words vanilla Minecraft. Like the texture, they've got most of them down pretty good. Like the gravel, I like. Stone bricks, I really like. The grass and the grass pathway transitions work really well together. As you saw from the last texture pack, with it looking really plasticky, it didn't really sort of mold well together. And yeah, Vanilla's done it pretty good. But as for this room, it stands really out of place. So the next phase of the aquatic update, when it brings in turtles, I'm going to completely renovate this room, probably tear out all the prismarine, have this as like a sort of, I forgot what they're called, sort of like open area where you've got like a drop into the water. It's not an infinity pool, it's I'm sure it will come to me later on. But yeah, like a hole in the middle, and I want to replace all the edges with sand, and I'll probably have this for breeding the turtles. So then you can have the turtles coming onto the land and swimming down into the water as and how they please. And we'll sort of like block it off, and it will just be a larger sort of creature that we can have swimming around. Because as you saw from the last episode, dolphins don't fare too well in aquariums at the moment. Now, on a positive note in today's episode, seeing as I'm quite ecstatic, even though we've had the dreadful turnaround of every single one of our villagers getting murdered and zombified. On a positive note, I'm still very happy with the result of England. Now, some of you may not follow football whatsoever and don't care about the World Cup. Some of you may even be Colombian and despise English fans at the moment, but I'm sorry, it's England played well, they deserve to win that game, and the first penalty shootout, I'm running back and forth, first penalty shootout in the knockout phase they've ever managed to win. So what I am going to do is I went ahead and made some England flags. If you don't agree with me putting up national flags in my base because England have managed to win in a knockout phase in penalties, which I'm very happy about, then I'm sorry, I don't really care. I'm gonna hang my England flags, and they're gonna stay up here for as long as England are in the tournament. So more than likely by the next episode they probably won't be here anymore, knowing England. But I'm hopeful. I'm pessimistically optimistic, I'd say. As in, I really, really wish they stay in and get further, but I've not got my hopes set too high and I'm getting too far. But yeah, I'm just gonna. I've made 10 flags and I'm extremely happy with how simple the England flag is to make, because I've never used the banners or flags on this before. So we're just gonna hang some of these here and there, just to show the fact that we are extremely happy with England's result. Go England, Yay. Now, before we end off today's episode, because I've been talking an awful lot, let's whack the last couple there. Nice. Yeah, as I was saying, we got the Enderpell farm done and dusted. I've not done too much on camera with you guys at the moment, but what I do want to start on, and I've actually started gathering the resources for, is doing the renovation of the inside of our cathedral. Now that all the villagers are gone, it's going to make it a little bit more simple. But so what I was thinking now, originally I did say I wanted to keep the sort of archway and the beams of the roof visible, but that is extremely difficult to do, because what I actually want to end up doing is having farms in the left and right hand tower, and then I want a way of transporting stuff across and down. And I didn't really fancy digging downwards and across, because I've got so much of my man cave expanded underneath the ground that trying to get stuff to then go underground and then back up in a way that's convenient is going to be extremely difficult. So I thought, if we have a attic at the top that we can actually move around and work with, and probably even fit another farm in, it would be extremely handy. So what I am going to do is, in the same manner that these sort of archways come across, I'm going to build fake wooden archways coming across, and then I'm going to do a false ceiling over that, and then I'll probably bring them down on the side. I'm going to bring a balcony out just one layer above this, so then you've got a balcony which will then spread all the way down to about here, and it will run all the way down to the end over here. Do like a little semicircle and then run back down that side. And then with the top windows, I'm actually going to tear out the white concrete and make them windows visible from this side. So what I will do right now, the sort of block palette we're going to go with is, we're going to be sticking with the block palette that we've already got for our build. And that is using the dark oak wood. We're going to be using spruce wood, oak wood, dark oak wood, maybe some light blue terracotta for a splash of colour. But other than that, we're going to keep it very, very neutral tone, because I did actually try a few different variations within a copy and opened in creative version. And I tried using like nether quartz and stuff like that, but nothing whatsoever seemed to work all that well. Ender pearl chest, you can go away for now. Yeah, nothing seemed to actually worked so well doing that. I need to make sure that this is one apart from you. So then we want our framework going up. So that will be going up to there. We're probably going to have... should we have it going as low as that? The sort of framework? That does look very, very low though. Okay, let me work on just... I'm going to do like one sort of section, one sort of sliver. So then that way I've got something to sort of work on and crack out in between episodes. But I just want to show you what my sort of idea is, and if well, hopefully I'll get some of your guys' feedback if you like it or not. And I'll hopefully get that feedback before I crack on. And okay, I swear that I picked up all of the minecarts, but I guess I didn't. Hopefully I'll get some of your guys' feedback, but let me just crack out one sort of like sliver of it, so then you can sort of get an idea of what I mean. Okay guys, now I've actually gone and I've cracked out just a little section of this so I can show you what my vision is for it. Now the drop pods are, I'm hoping to design like this if you guys think it looks decent. I've put in the light blue stained terracotta just to add a splash of colour to it. Now I've used the trapdoors instead of half slabs to keep the minecarts in. I've tested this in my creative world and As long as you've got solid blocks on this side where the minecart comes out, it will then align itself to drop down straight into that space, and it actually looks a lot better when the minecarts are actually completely concealed and all you can see is the villagers' heads popping up here. And then as for the signs, we can put the signs above them either on the wood here or actually on the terracotta behind them to indicate what trades they've got, rather than having to open up each one. But that's a little that's the sort of section that I was thinking, the sort of design for it. I think it looks quite nice, but it does still look very sort of dark and toned down. But if you've got any suggestions on what you think I should do, if I should change up maybe the trapdoors for a brighter trapdoors, because we've got trapdoors there. So that's just to add like a little bit of depth to it. They don't actually do anything. But I suppose I could probably, that's the thing, it's like I can't put any blocks behind there because that's where the minecarts are, I do believe. Is it? No, it's not. I could probably put terracotta behind there actually, can't I? So if I do that, so that way we still have the depth to it, but we just have like, but then that might be a little bit too much terracotta if it's down there and up there. Yeah, I think that might be just a little bit too much terracotta. Well, it's all open to interpretation on your preferences and what you think looks best, I guess. But for me, for now, I'm quite liking this design for the sort of section. Now, if we get a better angle on the rest of it, now I believe the better angle is over here because I've not actually finished the side that's behind me at the moment. So what I've done here is that I've taken away the white concrete to expose the window to the outside. I've then bricked it off to make it look like an actual arch window like it is on the outside also. Let me just crouch so I don't accidentally fall off. Now the beams come down either side so it borders the actual window frame. It then drops back a block and then goes down to our balcony area. Now I've put the stained terracotta back there just as like a backdrop. You've got loads of working space behind there still. So if we do actually need to get to the redstone or the tracks or anything, or if we just need like extra room to run sort of item ducts to run stuff from farms that we will eventually have in these two towers, it's more than enough working room. But then they then lead up to these beams that then arch across the actual ceiling. And as you can see, I've put another full ceiling just above the beams. So then that runs across onto the other side with the exact same window, and then you just got to imagine this section sort of replicated on this side going all the way along. And I think it would actually come out looking pretty decent, and you have the extra benefit of that the fact if we just get a little bit higher, this amount of room running all the way down is the room that we're going to have to be able to work in the sort of attic space of our cathedral. Now it is quite a very big open space, so we could probably come up with quite a lot of different ideas of what to put up here. Rather than just having the roof itself being exposed, I wanted, because what I was going to do is replace like these sections here where the stone bricks are, is replacing with dark oak wood anyway. But I thought bringing the actual beam arches down and giving us that extra working room to work above the ceiling, it does look a lot better with the roof because you still got the arch there, you still got the beams running across. It brings in the very natural, apparently I've just combined them words, so the very natural look of the sort of like wooden beams coming across. And you still got the stone bricks which blends into the rest of our sort of builds. Other than that, I'm just not 100% landed on the top section here, but if you've got any ideas on how else we can conceal the sorter section, because this has to be a too high a gap where the villagers come in, the blocks in front have to be solid blocks. They can't be glass or trapdoors or fence posts or anything. It has to be solid blocks for the villagers to hit it and then go straight down into their sort of parking spots. If you've got any ideas on how else we can hide that in a very cosmetic way that would look better than this, then please do let me know in the comments down below. If you think I should go ahead and crack out this complete design style all the way across the actual villager sorter, then also let me know, because positive feedback is greatly appreciated and it actually helps me to decide. Because what I'm going to do is that I'm not actually going to work on this anymore until at least a couple of days after I release this video, just to see if there is any sort of feedback as to what I could do to improve it. Yeah, but other than that, I think that is probably going to wrap up today's episode, because we're probably running a little bit long now. Now, before I end today's episode, a couple of things I did want to run past you guys is that, one, you probably noticed that the beginning intro has changed. I swapped it over to a much shorter intro because I was thinking about it. My other intro was about, I think it was 31 or 32 seconds long, and I know that I don't want to sit around for 32 seconds at the beginning of every video that I want to watch, watching the person's intro. So I've swapped that out for a much shorter intro and a much more simpler intro. I just used, I think it was Minimator program software to do it. It was pretty simple to do, and it's my own made character that sort of does the backflip and whatnot. And it was just a case of putting in the animations for him to do that. So I've swapped that out just to shorten the actual intro itself. I've also looked at the analytics, like the statistics of the view sort of duration watch, and a lot of people tend to tune out around about 15 to 20 minutes into videos, and that's not just my videos, it's quite a lot of videos, which is how comes most Minecrafters and most YouTubers tend to keep their videos within the 20 minutes, 25-minute range, which is what I'm also going to try to do in future episodes, is try to keep it a little bit shorter and try not to drone on as much as I am currently. I'm still doing it now, but yeah, I just wanted to run these things past you, just so you know and are aware of the changes I'm going to try to make to the videos and channels. Also, as you've noticed in this video, I've sort of hopped from project to project. That is purely because when we're facing a very big project, yes, I will focus an entire episode on a very large build. If it's large scale farm or something, then it's worthy. But otherwise, I'm going to try my best to vary it up a bit, just to sort of introduce different mini projects in between the main sort of bigger projects, just so that we've got a little bit of variety on each episode. But yeah, if you've got any feedback on that, or if you've got any feedback on how you think I could improve my videos, then please do let me know in the comments down below. But for today, I think that's going to do it. And I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. Bye bye.